Whisper ASM. Hello, 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 hello. Today, I want to focus more on the audio and just leave the visual aspect of the video sort of on the background and just I wanted to try if this would be a pleasing visual setup. We're in the living room again. We have one of our little houseplants that has managed to survive, and let's do a more close-up video today. And we have our ear-to-ear setup. It feels like I haven't done one of those in a while. So today's video doesn't I would want to say content, but it doesn't have. I'm not going to tell stories. You can just focus on the sounds and more tune in for the whispering and the mouth sounds. And some hand rubbing occasionally. Anyway, you can just now relax. I know that this sort of contradicts what I said in my previous video about the normal or usual triggers and focusing on them, but I can be contradicting or what I should say, or what did I sound like? Did I sound stupid, or did I mispronounce something, or that sort of things. Springtime, even though it is very beautiful, but for me, spring has always been a difficult time mentally. My mind gets very anxious. I get very self-conscious over everything. I pay attention how I walk, how I breathe, what I sound like. Do I look flustered? Is my facial expression okay? Did I say something wrong, or did I convey my message in a way that isn't how I meant it to be conveyed? And those kinds of thoughts, while they are very regular for me, in the springtime, they get sort of enhanced. They get stronger. And that is why I want to make this video as easy for me and for you as I can. If by chance you, my dear viewer, are similar to me in this way, I want you to know that it's okay. This too will pass. This difficult period will move on, and you can breathe easily again. It is the only constant in the world. Things change. How we feel changes. Just find those things that help you survive through this period. Keep yourself and your health safe. Be safe. I want you to be safe. And I would really love it if you can also feel safe. It is not to be taken for granted, the feeling of safety. We can quite often have the external situation how we feel in our day-to-day life can be very different. We can feel that we're not entitled to feel the way we feel, and we can't complain because we should be happy and we should feel safe. But unfortunately, that is not often the case. There is a reason why we feel the way we do. It is a message from within. It is something that we've experienced in our lives before that resurfaces in mundane things. We might be living our life like it is not our own choice, but all the things that we do in our daily life is to make things easier for someone else, to please someone or something other than ourselves. And that can really take a toll on a person. Eventually, the mind screams for help. It wants us to listen to our is something that I'm practicing. I'm trying to uncover my own vulnerabilities and recognize them myself. We are at 19 minutes. I think that we're going to leave the video there. Keep it short and sweet. And sweet and sweet and sweet and sweet and sweet. Sweet and sweet and sweet. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you got a tingle or two and got to relax. I hopefully didn't bring out any trauma or mental troubles that you might be going through. Although safe spaces